Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Hope your day's starting out well. Thank you for joining me. Whether you join live and comment, watch a replay, listening to the podcast, thank you. Don't ever want you guys to forget that I do appreciate you, and that's why I do these. I do a lot of talking and teaching on staying safe, self-defense, active shooter response, also effective communication, especially with dealing with potential violence. And I do this because I want you to be safe while you're enjoying life and being exceptional. But something we also need to be able to enjoy life and have an exceptional life while we're out there enjoying it safely is we need to be financially fit. I talk about physical fitness because the better shape you're in, the better you can go out and enjoy things, and the better you can respond to emergencies. We want to be financially fit as well. And that's going to be different for different people, depending on their goals and situations. But one thing that we should all have is an emergency fund. You need to have something set aside for a rainy day. I was doing a lesson in one of the books I'm going to be putting out on finances, the Smart Money Guides. And with that, I was quoting Dave Ramsey and a thing he was talking about of immediately putting aside $1,000 for a rainy day fund if you don't have one yet. And start with $1,000. We'll increase that rainy day fund, emergency funds, but you need to have at least $1,000 minimum set aside. And one of the things he said in there is people say, well, why are you being negative, putting us away for a rainy day? No, because we know it's going to rain. We know things happen. So it's not being negative, it's being positive by being prepared for when those things happen. And Dave insists that if you don't have an emergency fund, a rainy day fund, that you right now immediately do whatever you can to get at least $1,000 set aside for your emergencies. Have a garage sale, sell stuff, work overtime, get a side gig, do whatever you can to, as quickly as you can, get $1,000 put away in an emergency fund. Now, if you already have an emergency fund, wonderful. You can add to it and increase it and be better prepared. But if you don't have one, right now, think of what you can do to get that set aside. Dave recommends that you do it within a month. Working overtime, selling stuff, garage sale, side gig, whatever it takes. And he said, if you can't do it in a month, double down, get crazy, do whatever it takes to get that emergency fund set aside. Good morning, Thad. Appreciate you being here. When you have this emergency fund, make sure it's liquid and hidden away where you can't easily take it, and use it only for emergencies. Christmas isn't an emergency. We know Christmas is coming. We plan for it. We budget for it. A vacation is not an emergency. You plan for it. You put away for it. You save for it. You do your vacations. Seeing something on sale that you want is not an emergency. Emergencies are when the transmission of your car goes out and you have to have your car to get to work. Emergency is something happens and you have to go do a medical bill. Those are emergencies where we need money set aside, not to buy something that happens to be on sale or extra Christmas presents or vacation. Those aren't emergencies. Okay. So once you set your money aside, make sure you're disciplined enough. That discipline comes in all areas of our lives, but you're disciplined that you only use it when it's needed. And if you need it, medical emergency, something, your car, you have to get it fixed so you can go to work and so forth, then you replace it as quickly as possible. And just in case something else happens. So this is a very important financial concept to help you with your financial fitness. We want to have a rainy day emergency fund set aside. And if you don't have one, right now commit to creating one and do whatever it takes to get that minimum $1,000 set aside as quickly as possible. Then you can slowly increase that and do more to, really save up for a rainy day just in case. So that was just one of the lessons I was doing in a series of books that I'm going to be putting out this year. And, it's a good thing for all of us to have. I want to say good morning to Jay and Vicky. Appreciate you guys being here. Dixon says, skip your vacay. Yeah, that's good advice. If you don't have an emergency fund, if you have a lot of credit card debt that is just killing you with the interest and those things, you might want to skip your vacation and put your funds to getting your financial matters in better shape. And then once they're under control, you have a rainy day fund. You're not paying incredible credit card interest and other interest on things that many people do that are not necessities. Then you can save money and go on nicer vacations, debt-free, worry-free. That's how we want to be financially fit so we can do things. I think I've mentioned on here, and I know I mentioned in these books I'm working on, I use credit cards for everything, but I never pay credit card debt. And something, I think it was in the Ramsey book, I was looking at something with 900 and some billion dollars that people owe on credit cards, and they're paying all that interest, which is just making banks rich and keeping regular, ordinary people poor. You're just spending all that money, hard-earned money from your job, to the banks for interest. And some credit cards have ridiculously high interest, especially if you don't have a good credit score, then your interest is even higher. Yeah, we need to skip the vacations, skip some of the luxuries that we want to have, keeping up with the Joneses that we don't really need, get our financial matters in shape, and then we will have the extra money to enjoy the things that we want to enjoy. But if you don't have a rainy day fund, commit right now to getting $1,000 minimum put aside just for emergencies, and only use it for emergencies. That's one little piece of getting your financial matters in order and being financially fit so you can go out and enjoy more of life. And we're going to do it safely. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you sign up for enjoylifesafely.com's newsletter. Get that free book on keeping yourself and your family safe. Get that newsletter. More tips on staying safe, enjoying life, and being exceptional. Make it a tremendous, terrific Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow.